Okay, we're back again. A little bit of timber out here. I've been up to a bit today, so we're going to have a bit of a look at that as well. Just slowly chipping away at things. You know, this is always a temporary kind of loft, so you know, we're just sort of tweaking it here and there. We'll go in and have a little bit of a look. At this moment, we've got the little babies out having a bit of a play around. I actually had them up in this box this morning for about an hour when the sun was coming in there, and they were having just a good little bask in there as well. So I've got some of these I have been letting out and some I've just brought in here. So what I'm thinking about doing, there's something else I'm going to show you later on this video that I have been working on as well, sort of all one project, is I may move the really young ones over into this section, the ones that are weaning, and then we can sort of get these ones flying, get them into this bunch. You know, we just got to work with what we can do at the moment, but we'll get to that in a second. So what I've done today, if you guys remember, I had a sliding door, the same as this, that was actually sitting in here, slide back and forth. I thought I'd just take it out because I'm not really using it, and I'll show you where I've put that as well. I've utilized it for somewhere else. I tried not to spend too much money, but I had to buy some wire because I was about today, so I bought. So what we've done is taking the sliding door that we had on the inside of here. Realistically, I didn't use it much last year. Once all these birds are up together, we have both these doors open, so it's really makes minimal difference. And then all I did was install those perches. You'll see there's one on each side, so that just adds a couple more extra perches, and it doesn't really take up any space in this side either, so you still got plenty of room. And you'll notice the birds really like these perches, which surprises me. I would prefer to be more of a box perch, but these birds do really love these sort of perches. I don't know if it's because they can come out and into this more open section and there's more breeze and it's nice and cooler for them there maybe, or you know, like this one here, he's just chilling and he's got a bit of a sunlight, bit of a sunroof there or something. So I don't know, pigeons are interesting little characters, so I don't know what they want, but yeah, we took that door out and utilized it elsewhere for the time being, but I'm happy how that works. And you'll see it's quite breezy today, which is good, and these little pigeons down here are blowing all around, and it's good for them because my place in here is quite warm. Let's have a little look at Messi. Hey, he's still a character, which is good to see. We've got a few warm days coming up in a couple of days, so I'm going to get the baths out, give them all a bath then. Not going to do it Sunday, I'll do it maybe Monday, Tuesday, which is like sort of New Year's holidays and stuff like that, and I've got a bit of a day off, so what we'll do is we'll get them all out and try and give him a good bath so he can just wash off those little bit of droppings from when he wasn't well. But doing really, really good. I'm going to show you a few birds actually. So these two, the red checkers and the blue pied hens babies, and these are fantastic looking little babies. Look at them, real robust and not super long. They're short and muscly, so I think the hen's got a bit of Vanderbilk in there, so I really think that's sort of throwing through. The cock's got Vanderbilk in there as well actually too, so these are my speed birds, so it's interesting to see how they go. Let's see if we can get a bit more light on the situation, but they are quite surprising. And they've got the other one here, which is the nest mate. It's a little bit more crazier, that one, but they're settling in quite well. And we've got one of the other vensters, or vensters, however you want to pronounce it, up here, crossed into my birds. It's, you know, it's 50-50 really, so just trying something a bit different. And this one's really nice too. So we'll see how they turn out. Hey Messi, I thought you'd be more of a top perch kind of pigeon. Have you ever experienced a top perch life? Come up here. What do you reckon of that? Any good? It's like the penthouse. Oh yeah, you like that. Cool. Let's continue on. Come on, out of the way. Out of the way. Come on. These little babies are pretty crazy. But I need to get them back into this other section because I do want to get these ones out for a fly. I've been getting out nearly every day, which is good, because we're just getting that respite from that heat. And that's why you'll see a lot of my birds panting, because I only fly them in the afternoon, and it's a little bit warm sometimes, but they got to get out. You guys ready for a bit of a fly? And we're getting there. 30 in here, and with these ones that gives us 40, so we're getting there numbers wise. And like I haven't really mentioned it, but we've got another maybe 8 to 12 coming, and then we got like 20 something with eggs and babies in the nest, so the numbers are there, surprisingly. Hey, I think you'll turn out to be a cockbird. He was very henny before. That actually might be a cock. That's the best hen 83 son. By the looks of it, I thought it was a hen. Now it's turned into a cock. That could be good. 83 was always a bit funny. He was a bit of a character, that one. They're all getting ready for a bit of a fly. And not too much going on over here. Just want to briefly show you this section that I probably want to move some babies into. They're all coming out now. They love being out this front section because they know it's nearly fly time. So this is one cock that I'm going to give to someone. They're already teed up. We're just going to send it off later on, sometime early in the year. I will talk a little bit more about this, what we're doing here, when we get to the other section. But I might bring some of the real young babies in here and just weigh them out, so I can fly them other ones. So we'll see how we go. But we're slowly freeing up some compartments in here, which is good to see. Righto, Leo. What is going on here? Nothing too much yet. This hen, she's a difficult one, but we're going to try and crack her. Mainly so we know that when we go to breed you next year and pair you up with someone else, that you are going to produce some babies for us. Alright, she looks a bit startled. But not to despair. We have all the other ones down that we brought. We brought those, we got 8 birds, and 4 of those were Krugers, and I'm just going to have a bit of a test this year. But unfortunately they've been very, very slow until now, which, you know, better late than never. So we've got these three here, finally on eggs. We've got some babies down there, but we're getting there. Just so, I can't believe these ones are just so slow. Like my birds generally, you've only got to wave a nest bowl around and they're jumping on it, like pumping out eggs for me. But these new ones we brought in have just been super slow. Even this pair here, they've been fluffing around for ages, and I haven't really seen any signs. Like she's been hanging around the nest and all these videos, I'm saying, oh, she's close to laying, she's close to laying. She hasn't laid yet. I don't know what's going on there. So we're just gonna have to keep chipping away and see what's going on, because the 2 babies that we bred from them and we sent to Meadow one Loft race, I was so surprised how nice they were. So we just got to keep chipping away, I think. So we got 2 in here. Little Storm, she's doing quite well. We won't go too far into that, but she's a good mother. She's always a bit of a character. Always protective. We'll have a quick look at these 2. So the previous round of this have gone to Meadows as well. You know, I just had to fill those 10 spots, and I didn't really have what I wanted, so we kind of just had to put what we could in. But these ones we're going to race here. They're looking pretty good. Looks like, I would say, probably checker or blue bars, just like they're on the lighter side. So no pieds, nothing like that, but they're looking pretty good. Hopefully we get one more round out after that. So I will mention it. We are, at this Mainly Pigeon channel, considering putting some birds into Pattaya 1 Loft race next year. The final race is next week, I'd say. I may put in like 2 or 3 birds, we'll see. But so these birds are all having a round now. The round that comes after these will be the birds that we potentially will select for Pattaya, or Pattaya, how you want to pronounce it. So yeah, I'm just giving you a bit of a heads up. But some of the pairs that I may think about utilising is pretty much any of these pairs along the top, any of these pairs here, and potentially this one. Not sure about these ones. We'll probably just keep those babies for locally, but we would possibly pick out of these pairs here. Probably our best mixes. We'll probably pick 2 to 3 out of there, but we will wait and see. We'll just see how well it times up, when the intake is, when we can get the Thailand rings, things like that. So I'm 50-50 still, but you know, we will have birds in cycle for potentially entering in there anyway. So Little Storm, she's sitting tight. Well, Storm, no, not Little Storm, because we get confused with Little Storm. But she's a little hen, and here's our crazy. Well, this little hen here is actually a granddaughter of Storm. So that's Storm and granddaughter. So bit of a difference, but it's good. This hen's a lot bigger though. She's a real strong, muscly little hen, and she's actually probably one of the better handling hens that I've got. So it's good to see. I just want to. I haven't been overly impressed with the babies coming out of them this year. They're throwing more on the cock side, which I don't know if I like as much, because they didn't really do that well for us. But look at the colour difference in these guys. It's going to be very interesting. We'll probably pair this hen up with someone different next season. I've got some really good options actually as well, so I am deciding not to race her because she's kind of growing on me, and I feel like I've just got a good gut feeling about this hen. So we're going to let her raise another round after this, and then she can have a little bit of a break and go back to Loft line, because she's such a character. So funny she is. She doesn't like me being in here, but we'll just deal with it. 2 eggs in there, which is really good. And these 2 down here are what I've been waiting for. Come here, big boy. Just bring these up. Look at those little beauties. I'm very excited for these actually. It's got that real, see that stripe in there? Oh, he thinks he's getting fed, but that actually might be a pied. That's interesting. They could well and truly be pieds. I definitely think this little one here under my finger is going to have some pied on him, which wouldn't surprise me because there is pied in both those mother and father's lineage. So we'll see, but it's definitely looking like that, especially with the feet. You can see the strange coloration in the feet is a bit dark and light. Sometimes that is a pretty good indicator. So we will see. Put that back for the father. That's one of my Cussards that I've got, the one that I want to keep. Here's a wild type. Apparently these are good headwind birds, so I like that. I like the tough birds, so that's what I like to keep, is tough birds. I don't need fast ones, but I just need the tough ones that'll fly any race, any condition. That's what I like. Hot or cold, rain, windy. Apparently these guys can do it, so we will definitely test that this year. Anyway, see you in the next video.